there's a karmic here that has sent their clone, their copycat, to do the dirty work for them. Beauty spells, this glamour magic. This clone is not the karmic, but this karmic thinks that, nobody will recognize and nobody will be able to see. You see, 9 of Swords, 7 of Wands. But this karmic, even in their free time, is still watching you and spying on you themselves. So what was the point of them hiring this clone and spy in on you and report everything back to the town, the community, the village? And they have their clone, quote unquote, out on the loose in that studio where they have a bunch of TVs mounted. Okay, I see it very clearly. It's a room, and this room has a bunch of plasma TVs mounted on the wall, and their CCTV footage of different places that you guys frequent and whatnot. And this karmic wanted to just be sitting there in that gaming chair, watching all of the TVs, not just watching you, but other people. But you know what I'm really getting? That you're going to expose it to the community. Like, this is not so-and-so, that's a copycat. So-so is elsewhere, and you really need to be careful with this person, etc., etc. Like, you could be ratting it out to the village, to the town. Like, that ain't the karmic, that's somebody else. People gonna think you're crazy. But you see, Jesus said to scream it from the rooftops. Love, there's a karmic here that has sent their clone, their copycat, to do the dirty work for them. Okay, this karmic is sitting somewhere, taking a break, using their laptop, their phone, scrolling through social media, and they have their clone, quote unquote, out on the loose. And this clone is like a copycat wannabe of this karmic. But this clone isn't the actual karmic, okay? That's the thing. This clone is being sent to spy in and watch you. So we're going to get into this. Look, I part the deck in half. 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Look at this. This karmic's clone, this doppelganger, this copycat is watching you. And then they go back and report all the intel to the karmic. You see, the karmic was like, I ain't trying to do all this work. I'm not trying to keep up with the collective. The collective is an inconvenience at this point. So I'll get somebody else to do the dirty work. And what better person than this copycat? This clone. I'm telling y'all, it really is this karmic's clone, y'all. And this clone of this bust down looks like this karmic, acts like this karmic, talks like this karmic. But this clone, this copycat ain't the karmic. Okay, this ain't confirmation. The camera's moving up. The camera's moving up, y'all. Confirmation. This clone is not the karmic. But this karmic thinks that, nobody will recognize and nobody will be able to see. You see, 9 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Look, this karmic knows that eventually you're going to put 2 and 2 together, that that's not them. That's their stunt double that they hired for pennies on the dollar. This is what these karmics do. They cast the illusion. They cast these beauty spells, this glamour magic. They do this fire magic, and it's to make their copycat look even more like them, right? To make them look literally identical, like the exact same way, everything from their nose to their hair. But this ain't the karmic. You see, you have thought that you've seen this bust down karmic. He, she, they, them, whoever. You thought you were seeing that person when you saw them out at the store or at the gym, out in the town, the village, the community. Like, you thought you were seeing that person, but the spirit is saying that's not them, that's their clone, that's their copycat. And where's the real karmic? What is the real karmic up to? Because you see, the karmic is stressing. The karmic knows that eventually you're going to put two and two together and figure out that that's their copycat, that ain't them. So what is the karmic really doing? Eight of Swords, Page of Swords. I mean, was there ever any doubt of what this karmic was really doing? Was anybody ever surprised of what was really going on with this karmic? They literally got a copycat doppelganger clone to watch you, to report back everything about you. But this karmic, even in their free time, is still watching you and spying on you themselves. Like, so what was the point of them hiring this clone, this copycat? What was the point? Why did they get this person? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll lollipop? The world may never know, as the saying goes. So here we go. Don't nobody know why this karmic hired this copycat of theirs for pennies on the dollar to stalk and watch y'all. This karmic realized that they had to start doing things in their life. They can't stalk you forever. Life is still gonna move on. They gotta go to school, start a business, get a job, raise children if they have children. Like, this karmic can't be a bum the whole day anymore, because for a lot of you, these karmics were bums. Some of them still are, they sit in the house the whole day and they just watch you and spy in on you and report everything back to the town, the community, the village. But you see, the karmic, they don't want to do that anymore, or at least they want to get some things going in their own life, because they don't want to be a bum forever. Eventually, we get tired of bumming it. Some of us go through phases in our life where we are bum and we're just bumming it and just going through it day by day. But eventually, that ish gets old, it gets tired, and we wake up one day, we decide we got to do something with ourselves. Like, the time is moving and it ain't slowing down. So that's why this karmic hired this clone. He or she sent this clone because this karmic needs to tend to other things. But the irony of this all, the biggest choke of this all, is that they're still watching you in their own personal time. So they wasted their time hiring this clone, doing the glamour magic, the lookalike spells. Like, they literally wasted their time. Because I'm telling you, when you last saw this karmic, you were like, something looks different about them. Like, you literally fought it in your mind. Like, something doesn't look right with this person. Like, their face could have been more bigger or more thinner, or their jaw, like something here about their jaw. Okay, like, you noticed some ish. And that was your intuition. That was your keen eye, right? Your keen eye seeing right away. Like, your intuition, like, wait a minute. I don't think that's the same person. You see, your subconscious already knew. And maybe you consciously put two and two together right away. You were like, wait a minute, that's not the karmic. That ain't her. That ain't him. Who is that person that's pretending to be them? You see, some of you saw it right from the jump. You saw it, your discernment. But for others, and it makes sense, for others, you didn't see it. You could have felt like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like the karmic at all. But then you could have thought, like, well, maybe they got some type of surgery, maybe they did some ish, got some type of, I don't know. Your intuition was always on point. Your intuition always knew the truth about this dark witch, dark warlock. The confirmation, my throat chakra. So the gig is up. The gig is up. That this isn't the karmic death and the Ten of Wands. I'm telling you, love, I'm telling you that is over with. That is just so done and over with. Like, did they really think nobody was ever going to recognize this karmic wanted to be in that studio where they have a bunch of TVs mounted? Okay, I see it very clearly. It's a room. And this room has a bunch of plasma TVs mounted on the wall, and their CCTV footage of different places that you guys frequent and whatnot. And this karmic wanted to just be sitting there in that gaming chair, watching all of the TVs, not just watching you, but other people that, they have put these hidden cameras around in the community and whatnot to surveillance people. And this is illegal. Like, just know that one day this karmic is going to get a rude awakening, because this karmic even put cameras in public bathrooms and whatnot. I'm telling y'all, this whole issue is going to come out on the news. There was another read where I talk about this, but it's going to come up again. It's going to come up again because no stone will be left unturned or unpunished when it comes to Jehovah and his wrath on those that went against his anointed. Like, it just is what it is, y'all. Okay, I literally see the news, like the police and FBI breaking into these studio apartments and whatnot, and like the newspapers having the images of these rooms showing the the gaming chairs set up and the TVs on the walls, and like the headlines saying surveillance ring, illegal surveillance ring busted, surveillance ring exposed, people were being monitored, illegally watched, illegally surveillanced. Okay, like, this is gonna hit the fan one of these days. It's all going to come to light, because this karmic, okay, if you ever seen The Matrix, this karmic really thought they were the architect. Like, they really thought that they were the coder, the programmer. Like, they really felt good about themselves sitting in that gaming chair and watching people on these hidden cameras that they placed throughout the community and whatnot. Like, they thought they were God. Like, I'm anointed by God so I can wash all of you. This is what God put me here to do. I have to wash you because you're all criminals. Like, what? This is not the thinking of somebody that is of the sound mind. And you will not believe that I just got a camera notification. My front porch camera just sent me a notification. I'm telling y'all, they had a studio apartment rented out. They make sure the rent is paid up so nobody goes over there and investigates. And they had that room full of mounted TVs, smart TVs that are connected to different CCTV cameras and whatnot. And they would sit there and just be watching people. And then this karmic would be doing their online school. That's what I'm getting, that they're doing online school, community college for nursing or something. Can you imagine that? A man or a woman that has no good intentions to the community or the town becoming a nurse. Because I'm seeing this individual taking some of the stuff online, taking some of the course material online, and I see them writing on like a spiral notebook, like the notebook has been opened up, and they have a pen and they're like jotting stuff down, taking notes. Yep, I'm gonna get a reminder notification. I'm telling you, they trying to get that associates, that certification from the trade school or some ish. Want to get their money up, so they sent the clone to do the field work. while they get to, like, oh, well, I'm the boss, so I can just sit here and do what I need to do to secure the bag while watching the collective. But the gig is up, because it's going to be made known that dark witch, that dark warlock is not them. That's the clone. That's the doppelganger. That's the copycat of the Karmic. And love, when it comes to light, because for some of you, this individual was appearing with y'all's twin flame. If your twin flame is with this Karmic still, your twin flame was going out with this clone and pretending like that was them, that was that Karmic, that bust down, that nympho. Three of Cups Empress. Yeah, it's over. 10 of Wands death, and now the 3 of Cups and Empress. Oh, look at this, the Page of Wands. It's over. Because now you know, or you've been known. But you know what I'm really getting, that you're going to expose it to the community. Like, this is not so-and-so, that's a copycat. So-so is elsewhere, and you really need to be careful with this person, etc., etc. Like, you could be ratting it out to the village, to the town. Like, that ain't the Karmic, that's somebody else. People gonna think you're crazy. But you see, Jesus said to scream it from the rooftops. So that's what you're doing. You're doing what Yeshua, what Jehovah is telling you to do, to scream it from the rooftops so that everybody can hear, so that everyone can see. Because once everybody knows the gig is up, that Karmic doppelganger, because the contract that this doppelganger clone signed with the Karmic, they would get paid part of the unemployment that this Karmic gets, okay? Because this Karmic been collecting that unemployment, but also been getting paid cash by their sugar daddy, their sugar mama. If you know, you know. This Karmic, that's why I said they're a nympho. And nothing wrong with that, if that, it's their body, their choice. But a nympho is a nympho, okay? And this Karmic has gotten around the community. They have, okay? Confirmation, my throat chakra, you heard that, excuse me. This Karmic has gotten around the community, done favors and services, claim that you were the nympho, that you do these services in the community, and people believed it. That's why people in the community could have looked at you funny, could have said you were gross and whatnot. Meanwhile, this Karmic was the nympho, this dark magician or dark wizard or sorceress, okay? But they were getting paid that money from their clientele that they were servicing and getting that unemployment. And what was that for? They were paying this copycat clone doppelganger like $200 every 2 weeks. Like, yeah, go spy on the collective for a few hours on the day, report back to me, take photos of the collective, send it back to me, let me know if they look good and whatnot. Drive by their home if you can as well. We'll reimburse you for gas. Love. The ish over. It's over. King of Wands, Hermit. Somebody's twin flame knew about this and went along with it. This is so weird. I'm about to end this read. This is so, what is this, spirit? What is this weird ASS? I'm really getting somebody's twin flame knew about this and agreed. And they know about, like, the studio with all the TVs, the CC. I'm done, y'all. I'm not even gonna. Because what kind of, this has to be a dark twin flame. Or a false twin flame. No good twin flame is going to do that to their divine counterpart. Like, what is this? So that is your read. That's what I have for you. I wish you love and light. Take care.